3 tips for improving your dream recall. Hey guys, welcome back to Tipharot. It's me Matt here, and today we're discussing dream recall and what you can do to actually make it better. Tip number 1, draw your dreams. Writing your dreams down is great, but you can engage with them in other ways, and drawing is one of those ways. Draw some of the things that you saw in your dreams. And as you do that, as you start to engage that visual component, you may find that the rest of the memories of that dream come to you a little more easily. Tip number 2, start out by writing a very brief sentence describing your dream and then add more detail later. By putting this brief sentence describing the summary of your dream, you quickly get the dream down, the general gestalt or the gist of the dream, and then afterwards you can add in more detail. And it's this process of adding in more detail gradually that allows you to remember more and more of the dream. You'll find that you put down the basic idea, running away from person with axe, whatever. Running away from person with axe could be your description, your one sentence description of the dream. Maybe it was this nightmare, yeah? And then you add in details, who was this person? Was it a man or a woman? Was it, a human, or was it some kind of humanoid or some other entity or monster or whatever? And then you can add in details about the axe itself, about, where you were running, where your location was. Add in as many details as you can remember bit by bit, and you'll find that as you probe your memory, you start to get more details coming to you. And as you go through this process, you'll start to remember a clearer and clearer picture of the dream. And this will improve your dream recall in general with your other dreams. You find that as you get used to adding in more detail to your dream entries, you get better recall in the first place, and you remember those details automatically. Tip number 3, ask yourself questions about the dream. You'll notice when I was describing that example dream just then, I was saying, you have this dream where you're running away from someone who has an axe, and then you add more details, like for example, whether that person is a man or a woman, whether they're even a person or a monster or something like that. And you can probe for details by asking questions. Ask yourself questions about the dream. Where were you? Who was in the dream? What colours did you see? Did you taste anything? Did you smell anything? What were the overall emotions that prevailed throughout this dream? How would you describe this dream to someone else? Are there any recurring themes across your dreams? Is there anything that was off or strange about the dream? Ask yourself lots of little questions like this, and you'll find that actually you remember more about your dreams. When you just try to recall them, you're just remembering the dream, you're thinking back what happened, you'll get this picture of the dream. But you'll find that when you ask yourself specific questions, you actually get answers that you didn't know that you remembered. You'll ask yourself about these little details, and those details didn't come up when you were picturing the dream just now. But when you ask yourself these details, it's like it gets into that kind of deeper part of your memory and you start retrieving them. So those have been 3 quick tips for improving your dream recall. If you'd like to learn how to have a lucid dream, and how to have lots of them actually, and master the whole process of lucid dreaming, I put together a 17-part lucid dreaming audio course that takes you step by step through the process of learning how to do that. So, if you're there, you're a beginner to lucid dreaming, you've never had a lucid dream yet, you think it sounds cool, but you want to learn how to do it, or perhaps you've learned how to do it, but you're just not there with control, You try to do something in a lucid dream and it just doesn't work, you're not sure what the secret to control is. Or maybe you just want something to put you to the test, to challenge you on your abilities and say, okay, here's something difficult to actually try so that you can get better at lucid dreaming. Whatever stage of experience you're at, if you want to get better at lucid dreaming, I suggest you check out the course, and there'll be a link to it up there. Anyway, thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, be sure to subscribe. If you want to support my channel, check out my Patreon page, and if you want to keep watching, pick one of the videos on screen, go watch that, and I will see you soon. Take care.